Hello again, everyone. It's still December 19, 2008, and I'm still Dwight Schmuck. And this is yet another Schmuck Look. Productive today, ain't I? Well, hopefully, I hope at any rate, this will be the last Schmuck Look today. But I'm going to talk a little bit about, the car makers again and the president again. Because, I found something amusing late yesterday, and it wasn't in today's BBC for some reason. But the White House is coming up with a plan so that we don't have a disorderly collapse of the auto industry. The key word there was disorderly. Oh, it'll be an orderly collapse. So let me guess what that means. Does it mean, George, that the guys on top will get to escape with everything? Sell off the equipment? Is that orderly? What's going on here? GM, the smart boys that they are, well, they've stopped construction on the new $370 million auto engine plant. They were going to make a 1.4-liter turbocharged engine for a new car that were coming out with, and it was going to be a backup for their electric Volt. That's the name of the car, the Volt. Okay, fine. Gee, here's your future. Let's crush it to death. This is a smart move. Aren't you really concerned with your future, our future, the future? No, you want to conduct business as usual. Here, let's save some more money. Why, we'll put all these people out of work. And folks, I've said it before, I'll say it now, and I will likely say it again. If all these people are out of work, who is going to buy your cars? Yes, I get it. We're having problems. Gee, I wonder who caused them. And I've told this story before, but I'm going to tell it again now because it's even more pertinent now. Many years ago, I worked for a tile and carpet place. We had a gentleman come in one afternoon. He was looking for a particular color of tile. Well, it wasn't made here in the States anymore, but, the owner called around to all the domestic tile manufacturers, and oh no, it was too small of an order. They weren't going to make enough of a profit to do a custom shade. We finally called Japan, and all they wanted to know was, what particular shade of that color do you want? It wasn't too small. You wonder why other people's are taking our business? Well, it's just not enough profit. And therein lies the problem. When is profit enough? You want to get an appetite, you eat. You enlarge that tummy, and suddenly what was good yesterday isn't so filling anymore today. Well, we've got a bunch of people, and they're not happy with 14 or 28 million a year. Why, they've got to have it all. You've got people who run a business bankrupt and get a $300 million payout when they leave. Come on, what's enough? Yes, I realize that, you're keeping score because of your paychecks and your perks and your bennies. Well, as ye reap, so shall ye, or as you sow, so shall ye reap. And this is what you have sown, now you get to reap it. You've sown economic unrest, economic uncertainty, economic failure for so many people. Now you're saying, it not us. Well, yeah, because the trickle-down theory also works in reverse. If it doesn't trickle down, i.e., if you don't keep the jobs available, you're shipping all those jobs elsewhere because, the labor cost, it's been figured out that the cost of a car, 10% or so is labor. Oh, that's just too much. The UAW is bad because, well, they insist on a living wage where other people have made it unlivable unless you're making this much money. Of course, some of them don't even live there. They just work there. The CEO of Ford comes to mind. He works in Detroit. He's helped ruin the place, but he lives in Washington. And guess who gets to pay his airfare home and back every week? Yeah, you and me, the taxpayer. Because, he flies the company jet back home and back. And I'll bet you, what do you want to bet? They write it off, so we get to pay for his transport. And of course, he's undoubtedly met at the airport by a driven car because, to have to concentrate on traffic, why, I'm just too important to do that. Yeah. Well, maybe we should eliminate corporate jets. Make these suckers fly with the rest of us. Things will be on time then, and they won't fall out of the air. It's a simple deal. The mechanics who work on these private jets, the corporate jets, they don't get laid off, do they? I wonder why. It's just for folks like you and me. And I wonder why that is. Like I said, as ye sow, so shall ye reap. And I'm not the guy who said it. I'm just the guy who's repeating it. Orderly collapse? Mr. Bush, I want to tell you flat out from my heart, the pit of my heart, there is no such thing as an orderly collapse. A collapse is a collapse. This is what you and your joy boys, who are only concerned with how much could you steal today. And that's right, I'm calling it stealing, theft, because that is all you've done. You created a war so we'd not look at this. Gee, we know we're facing economic problems. Let's go spend trillions of dollars and get nothing. That's smart. Whatever happened to smart? Oh yeah, that's it. You have a C student. I'm Dwight Schmuck. Peace.